It all began with one man, unaware that his actions would ignite the greatest war in human history. June 28, 1914, Sarajevo, a city brimming with tension as Europe stood on the edge of chaos. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, prepared for a fateful day. Crowds lined the streets, waving, unaware that destiny was unfolding before their eyes. Among them, a group of young men, determined, nervous, ready to make history. They were conspirators of the Black Hand, sworn to strike against oppression. The Archduke's car rolled forward, its open roof leaving him exposed. Suddenly, a grenade flew through the air. An explosion shattered the calm. But fate twisted. The Archduke survived, his path only delayed. The conspirators panicked, scattering into the city's shadows. One of them, Gavrilo Princip, fled in despair, believing his mission had failed. He wandered the streets, hungry, defeated, ready to surrender hope. Meanwhile, the Archduke insisted on visiting the wounded in the hospital. The driver took a wrong turn, one mistake that changed the course of history. The car stopped, just meters away from Princip, who stood stunned in disbelief. Princip seized the moment. He raised his pistol with shaking hands. 2 shots rang out, echoing across the city. The Archduke clutched his chest. His wife cried out as silence fell. Blood stained the car as bystanders screamed in horror. In that single instant, the world's balance was shattered. The assassin was seized by police, yet his bullets had already rewritten history. News spread rapidly across cities, nations, and empires. Austria-Hungary pointed its finger at Serbia, demanding vengeance. Diplomats scrambled, alliances trembled, and war drums began to sound. The domino effect began. One declaration of war triggered another. Russia mobilized to defend Serbia, bound by loyalty and pride. Germany pledged its sword to Austria-Hungary, unleashing its armies. France stood by Russia, preparing for the inevitable. Britain, reluctant but resolute, joined the storm when Belgium was invaded. In mere weeks, Europe was engulfed in flames. The war machine roared to life. Millions of men marched to the front lines. Trenches stretched across the land, mud and blood defining a generation. Gas, barbed wire, and machine guns turned fields into killing grounds. The world watched in horror as progress bred destruction. And all of it because of a wrong turn and a single man's decision. The Archduke's death became the spark that ignited 4 years of carnage. From the skies above France to the deserts of the Middle East, war raged on. Empires crumbled, kings fell, and millions perished. Yet in the beginning, it was never meant to happen this way. One man, one chance encounter had unleashed the unimaginable. Princip was just 19, a boy turned assassin by circumstance. He never imagined his act would unleash a world war. For him, it was a strike against oppression, not the death of millions. But history is cruel. Intentions matter less than consequences. The echo of those gunshots reached every corner of the globe. From the trenches of Europe to colonies abroad, no one was spared. By the war's end, entire nations had been reshaped. Borders redrawn, empires gone, and new powers rising. Yet the spark remained. One man, one accident, one war. This is how the greatest tragedy of the 20th century began. With a wrong turn and a boy named Gavrilo Princip,